Hi, y'all. This is Fully the Learn to Grow guy. I'm standing out here in the back 40 for one particular reason, and that is to share something with you that is very important. I was at a men's retreat this past weekend, and one of the topics that came up was the pomegranate. The pomegranate, I found out, is actually in the sanctuary itself. If you ever get a chance to read where God gave Moses the description of the sanctuary, you will see that the pomegranate is in there. And my question was, why would God put the pomegranate in a place that deals with salvation, with man's salvation? And I just didn't get it. But then later on that evening, that was a Saturday evening, I looked up the pomegranate's nutritional value. Okay, and here's what I found out. Some of the things that I found out is actually mind blowing. Okay, first of all, the whole fruit is actually very good to eat. All right, it's very good to eat. It's very tasty. I like the pomegranate juice. And over the past years, I had been dehydrating the skins because I did find out a little bit about the pomegranate juice. But here's what I found out Saturday night about the pomegranates. Okay, I found out that the peel, okay, which is the skin, the leaves, the roots, as well as the bark and the flowers. Everything pertaining to pomegranate is actually edible and or it has medicinal value to it, okay? For example, dealing with the peel, okay? The peel is supposed to help with parasites, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, it's supposed to be good for detox, it's good for bone health, it's good for skin health, okay? You can grind that up and make like a paste with it, and it's good for skin health. It's good for wrinkles. It's good for dental hygiene because it's got some stuff in it that can actually help kill various things in the teeth as far as parasites or what have you is concerned. It's good for gut health. It has calcium in it. It has magnesium. Guys, it's got a lot of stuff, including zinc, copper, vitamin C, etc., manganese, etc. Okay. The white portion, the membrane that encompasses, that surround the seeds on the inside, that part is also good for a detox, and it's also good for the liver. Okay. Now, I want you guys to keep one thing in mind. As I'm going through this stuff with you guys, I am not a doctor, okay? I am not a doctor. I'm not a herbalist or whatever. I'm just a guy trying to get his homestead right, okay? Now, the seeds, okay, the seeds in the juice, okay, it's good for prostate care. For men, okay? For men, it's good for prostate care. It's good for prostate cancer. Also for breast cancer for women. It's also good for tapeworms. It helps reduce, help reduce high blood pressure. It helps with oxidative stress. It's good for inflammation. It's an antimicrobial. It's full of health benefits. Then you have the leaves. Okay, the leaves help with vertigo. It helps with insomnia. It helps with cramps. This is for ladies. It helps with eczema. It's good for jaundice. It soothes the stomach. It eases digestion issues. Guys, it has a list of benefits to it, okay? It's not just for men, it's for women too. The roots and the bark is combined. I guess if you combine them, it has they have alkaloids in there, which is good for getting rid of intestinal worms, okay? The bark is also good for, diarrhea. It has rich in vitamin C, which means that it's good for your immune system. It can help reduce inflammation, nasal congestion, rich in tannins, terpenoids. I'm not familiar with that one, okay, but I know that it's also good for parasite ailments, okay. And again, I think I mentioned that earlier when I mentioned the stuff about the roots and the bark, okay. The flowers are good for bleeding. It's good for bronchitis. It's good for infections, diabetes, cardiovascular, renal damage, immunity. Guys, this fruit here, it is a godsend. I don't know how else to tell you this, but it is a godsend. If you're not growing this on your homestead, if you have a little bit of land on your property and you're not trying to find a place or where to grow these, you need to look into it, okay? I guess there was a reason that God has included it in the sanctuary. The sanctuary is about giving life, about us men being able to, after the fall of men, so that we're able to regain life and have life more abundantly. Those are the words of Jesus, okay? He came to give us life and give us life more abundantly. And when you look at the whole concept of salvation, all right, this fruit being included in the sanctuary, it tells you that it's going to give you good life. And if I didn't know better, if I didn't understand a little better, I'd say that this fruit is probably one of the fruits that's on the tree of life, but I don't know. We don't know. This is speculation on my part, okay? But like I said, my viewpoint, guys, you got to grow this stuff. You have to grow this stuff. And I understand that this fruit is not necessarily from the Americas initially. It is because we have that climate that's where we can get snow and freezing colds and things of that nature. But it is from, I believe it is from the Middle East. I forget which particular country that it originated from. However, we do have some good friends that unfortunately we're fighting at this time. Okay. At least at the time of recording this, okay? We do have some friends from overseas, from Europe, who developed a variety of pomegranates that will survive cold climates. All right. It is called the Russian variety. Okay. You can look up the Russian variety. You will find out it is one of several that has been developed that will endure the cold climates that we have. Like where I'm at here, I'm in Middle Eastern Tennessee. It does get cold here. We do get snow here. As you can see, the trees behind me, they're leafless. Lifeless, leafless. Anyway, they're leafless. That means that it's cold enough so that the trees can actually go dormant. The ones you see back there that still has leaves on them, those are pines, okay? Those pines or some other variety of evergreens. So going back to pomegranates, I'm going to show you the varieties that I'm growing out here at my homestead, okay? I have multiple varieties. I don't just have the Russian variety. The Russian variety was the first one I tried to plant out here, and I was not successful at it, okay? And this is for some of the guys that I had spoken to at the men's retreat. Okay? Some of the brothers I had spoken to with at the men's retreat about some of the varieties of pomegranates that will grow in cold climates, okay? So stay tuned. Hold on for a moment. Okay, over here I have two varieties, okay? I planted two varieties in the same hole. Do I recommend everybody do that? No, I just did that so I can have cross-pollination. This is a Slovatsky, okay? This is a Slovatsky variety, all right? And this one here, oops, excuse me. Doing the best I can, Captain, okay? This is a Kazaki pomegranate, okay? It's a Kazaki. These are two varieties. I put them in the same hole because I wanted to make sure that if there was going to be cross-pollination, I wanted them to be cross-pollinated together, and so I can see what kind of outcome I'm going to get. These are the leaves. Unfortunately, they're nice and dried out at this time. Excuse me. But these are two of many of the varieties that I have planted out here. I'm going to show you some of the others. Okay, this time we'll go into the next variety that I grew out here. And here it is. It is the Nikitsky Rani. Okay, I have problems with Russian names. I'm sorry. It's just my level of ignorance. Okay, but this is the other variety. So this is the third variety that I'm growing out here. Okay, I'm going to end up moving this one and put it elsewhere. And again, like the other ones, as you can see, the leaves. The leaves have dried out for the winter. So the key thing is for it to survive over the winter. Okay, so that in the spring it should thrive. Okay, we're going to the next variety that I have out here, and here it is. It's a guys, don't ask me to pronounce this, please. I think it's S-U-R-H Honor, S-U-R-H Honor, but either way it goes, these are different varieties. I believe they all stem from the I believe they all stem from the original Russian variety. And at this time we're approaching the final variety. Yep, the garlic's doing fine. Got a little bit of freeze bite to them, but nonetheless they're surviving. Okay, this is a final variety of pomegranate. This is the Utah Sweet. Okay, this is the Utah Sweet. Okay, the Utah Sweet is the final one that I have. Again, I did have one that was just played out called the Russian variety, Russian something. I forget what it was called specifically. That one died. That was the original one that I tried to grow and such, and that one didn't do well. It actually died, so I had to move on, and I had to get some additional varieties. But there is something that I want to share with you, okay? And here's what it is. It's this juice here. It's called Palm. Okay. No, I'm not getting paid for sharing this information with you. As always, I'm just sharing information with you, stuff that I use and the stuff that I do. This juice is 100% pomegranate juice, and I believe you can do 5 ounces per day. And it's supposed to, help you take care of whatever needs you have. But my viewpoint is that it's always best to grow your own stuff in the first place. So if you want to get it, look at this. You see that? This has 100% pomegranate juice from concentrate. Okay, that's basically all that there is in it. You got to keep it refrigerated, shake it well, and just enjoy your juice. So drink the juice, okay? Drink the juice on a regular basis. And again, like I said before, I am not a doctor. I am not an herbalist or anything of that nature. I'm just a guy out here sharing with you what I do, okay? Sharing with you what I've learned and share with you what I'm trying to practice. But otherwise, as for me, guess what's in my immediate future? Okay, you guys, y'all take care. Almost forgot. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Guys, if you like this video, do me a favor, okay? Please share it. Please like it, okay? Please like it, all right? And that way more people can get a chance to see this video and also learn about pomegranates. Pomegranates are a great thing to have. It's a great thing to use for health purposes, especially for us guys, okay? Pomegranates is supposed to also be good for, I guess, help with erectile difficulties for men, okay? So I'm not sure what it does for women along that level, but nonetheless, it is something worth knowing about, something worth learning about. So guys, please share. It is, I would say, add it to your health regimen, okay? Add it to your health regimen. And again, grow it wherever you can. Again, remember, like, share, subscribe. I got it right, yeah! Okay, anyway. Okay, all right, y'all take care.